As you know, there are many energy and climate change challenges facing our country and our planet. What you may not realize is that we waste massive amounts of energy every day. Not just in our cars that get lousy gas mileage, but in our factories and industrial facilities. Policymakers don't seem to see the waste, but ask virtually any school kid to draw a picture of a power plant, you'll probably see something like Homer Simpson's workplace. But these clouds are really just massive columns of wasted energy that we vent into the air. In fact, the average U.S. power plant, like this one in Craig, Colorado, wastes 2/3 of the fuel it uses. This dismal 34% efficiency rate hasn't changed since Eisenhower was president in the 1950s. Potential power is literally going up in smoke. The inefficiency not only makes us pay more for our electricity, but it puts our planet in jeopardy. Why? Because 69% of our nation's greenhouse gas emissions come from generating heat and power. Improving the way we make heat and power can do more to cut our greenhouse gas emissions than taking every car in America off the road. And if we use fuel more efficiently, we'll also use less fuel to make electricity, and that means we'll save money while we save the planet. Sounds like a pretty good idea.
We've known how to capture and recycle waste heat ever since Thomas Edison did it at his first power plant. In fact, it's happening right now all over the world, including at a steel mill in northwest Indiana. For years, this plant simply vented enormous amounts of waste heat energy every day. Today, plant managers recycle this heat to generate about 220 megawatts of clean electricity, plus 400 megawatts of clean thermal energy. That's about as much energy as you'd get from a typical coal plant. Except, unlike a coal plant, the process of recycling waste energy is as clean as wind or solar power. The energy plant doesn't burn any additional fossil fuel or emit any additional pollutants. Recycling energy at just this one steel plant saves almost 1 million tons of CO2 and cuts their energy costs by almost $100 million every year. In Alloy, West Virginia, Red is investing more than $100 million to take heat from the silicon plant's furnaces and recycle it into 45 megawatts of clean electricity. That's enough to power 25,000 homes without any fossil fuel. This silicon manufacturer will use the cost savings to expand production and increase its workforce by 20%. These companies are proving that they can recycle their waste heat, cut costs, and improve profits while helping to save the planet. It's the ultimate win-win.
These businesses are profitably cutting greenhouse gas emissions. Department of Energy and EPA studies predict these types of energy recycling projects could generate an additional 200,000 megawatts of clean electricity. That's about 40% of our nation's power and double what we get from nuclear plants. Projects like these also make our electric system more reliable, and they reduce the need for miles and miles of power lines.
Recycled energy development is changing the way the world makes power.
We work with manufacturers to capture and recycle their waste energy, lowering greenhouse gas emissions and lowering energy costs. Visit recycled-energy.com to learn more.